Well, I think for me the most exciting thing about being part of IEEE Entrepreneurship is creating a home within IEEE for all of the entrepreneurs, investors, even venture capitalists that have been part of IEEE for so many years. There certainly have been incredible members in our history who've founded companies, who've scaled companies, and who can provide feedback, help, input, mentorship to new entrepreneurs coming into the field. We've had people in our history, you name it, Dell, IBM, Apple, any of the big companies that you think of when you think of hardware come from IEEE, whether it be the CEO, the founder, their CTO. And we now, through IEEE Entrepreneurship, have a community for them to communicate with new entrepreneurs, with up-and-coming people that are scaling, with folks that are looking for feedback and for how to go after capital. And that's an exciting thing to be part of. I think that we have services at this point along the spectrum and the life cycle of entrepreneurship. Different communities are utilizing different resources at different levels, obviously. But we do have the Founder Office Hours program, which is really designed for those companies that are in the process of going to market and are looking for feedback, or they're trying to understand how to move from a Series A investment to a much larger scale. And all of those services are really designed for that spectrum. We do have opportunities for members that are, I would say, in that thinking about it stage even, right? To communicate along our entrepreneurship Collaboratech community, which is an online virtual community, a lot of questions and answers. And that stage for people looking at, I'm thinking about founding a company, or I have this idea, or they're university students that are working on a project that they want to transfer into a company. There are certainly conversations happening and support systems happening within the IEEE Entrepreneurship community for that level. There's also a great opportunity for serious engineering-driven scaled founders to talk to each other about some of the challenges that you face as you scale. And we've tried to provide the forum for those conversations. We certainly have also tried to identify the events and the activities across the entire IEEE spectrum that those types of individuals would be interested in. And finally, we're really looking at the opportunity to provide content, whether it be video content like this, or more effective in-person activity, or perhaps just that opportunity to talk to each other and learn what you need to learn in that process of starting the company, scaling the company, getting investment, or choosing routes that might not need investment to be able to scale your company. Okay. So we do have a newsletter that goes out monthly that includes information about resources within IEEE, about activities within IEEE, and there's the opportunity, we do get feedback from that newsletter that goes out. We also do a survey once a year. At this point, we started the survey process last year when we became a full chartered activity within IEEE. And the asking, the telling really helps. I will say that I would love to hear from the entrepreneurs that are utilizing IEEE but have not become full IEEE members. What do they want? What's the impetus to get them to that next step? If you are interested in starting your own business but haven't started it first, is that you should absolutely go work in startup first. Work with somebody who's already gone through the process and learn how it goes, and then launch yourself. I think that that's a great learning experience, and there are certainly, through the IEEE Entrepreneurship community, plenty of companies that are in the process of scaling, that are looking for folks, whether they be in university or already out, that want to work in startup and gain that experience of what it's like to be in a company that's facing the challenges that come from scaling. And those challenges are many. Sometimes they're technological in nature, and talking with your IEEE peers about engineering-driven challenges that a scaling company might have, especially a hardware company where you need component parts when you're scaling and you need to get them fast, and also the HR challenges that come from scaling. And I think there's a significant opportunity to connect with mentors in that space within the IEEE community.